tell us a bit more about that one?
There wasn't a huge amount of surprises in the strategic update from Commonwealth Bank this morning. They sort of reaffirmed their strengths. They certainly mentioned their customer focus in terms of simplifying products and access to products. They're looking to grow their business and institutional divisions. They definitely emphasised their IT and technological advantages in that division. In terms of international, that's probably what the market was looking at with most interest. They have been in the Indonesian and Chinese markets since 1992, and in Indonesia they're looking to accelerate their branch rollout, and in China they're really looking to focus on trade financing. Now the key points probably to take out of this was they're looking to improve productivity and to build on customer service. Now Commonwealth Bank, it remains quite a low risk bank. The dividend is sustainable, but looking forward throughout the year, we've seen some reports from some of the banks. They expect credit growth to remain quite low, only around 4% for the rest of the year. Earnings per share growth is expected to be quite subdued for the banks as well moving forward. But one thing that might support banking stocks over the next month or so will be the move into ex-dividend, particularly from retail investors. Retail investors really like those fully franked high dividend yields offered from the banks. So we could see a little bit of support in the share price, though banks have rallied off those lows we saw at the end of last year. So they're not particularly cheap at the moment, the banks. So it'll be interesting to look at the share price movements over the next month or so.
Now up about 0.2%. What else are you watching today?
Well, it looked like we were going to open fairly flat this morning. The SPI was down 6 points. It's nice to see we opened in positive territory today. Looks like the market might be just building a little bit of immunity to the euro situation and euro headlines. We saw US and European markets fall overnight. In Europe, they fell on the back of more Spanish news. The Spanish banking system in focus again with a huge amount of bad loans there. But our market opening higher. Looks like we will be watching some of these production reports, materials and resources in focus today, as Fortescue and Woodside and Santos have been releasing production reports this morning. We have seen Santos's numbers come out just about 20 minutes ago. Their production was up 13% on year. That looks pretty good, but if we compare it to fourth quarter 2011, it actually is up 6%. So they did manage to make gains on their production. Sales and sales revenues were fairly flat on fourth quarter 2011. They did keep their full year guidance unchanged at 51 to 55 million barrels, so that was good. And what we'll be looking for later today, or I think it's around midday, will be Fortescue's quarterly production results, where weather probably will be affecting those numbers as well. But looks like a positive open on the market today. Again, focus will be on materials and resources.